Looking for a safer, easier way to split wood without swinging an axe? Manual log splitters have come a long way, and the right one can turn a tough chore into a simple, controlled routine. But not all of them deliver the power, stability, or convenience they promise. In this video, we break down the 10 best manual log splitters so you can choose one that truly fits your firewood needs. Let's jump in. A classic simple cast iron design that immediately stands out. The Kindling Cracker Original is one of those tools you appreciate the moment you place it on the ground. There's no complicated setup, no moving parts to maintain. Just a solid, dependable frame that quietly gets the job done. The top ring design is what makes it special. Instead of swinging an axe and hoping for accuracy, you simply place a log inside the ring and tap it down with a mallet. Your hands stay far away from the blade, and the ring keeps everything steady. Built entirely from heavy-duty cast iron, it feels like something that will last generations, not seasons. Whether you're splitting wood for a fireplace, wood stove, or backyard fire pit, the cracker makes the process smoother and safer. It works with minimal force, making it ideal for anyone who wants smaller kindling pieces without the struggle of traditional splitting. For campers, cabin owners, or families who love an evening fire, this is one of the most practical tools you can own. Bigger, stronger, and wider. This XL version is built for logs that simply won't fit in smaller splitters. The Kindling Cracker King takes the same idea that made the original so popular and supercharges it for people who split larger batches on a regular basis. The increased diameter is the first thing you'll notice. It easily handles wide, knotty pieces that most compact splitters can't manage. Just drop the log into the oversized ring, give it a tap, and the heavy cast iron blade takes over. Despite its size, it keeps the same no-axe approach that made the original so safe. No swinging overhead, no worrying about a blade glancing off the wood. The wide stance and extremely stable base help it stay anchored, even when working through tougher pieces. For people who burn firewood daily or prep large amounts for winter, the XL version saves time while keeping the process controlled and consistent. If you want higher throughput without sacrificing safety or simplicity, this is the upgrade that actually makes a difference. A portable 10-ton hydraulic system without ever plugging into a wall, the Joe LJ10M brings serious power to manual splitting, and it does it in a way that feels surprisingly smooth and controlled. Instead of swinging a hammer or relying on blade momentum, you use two levers to build pressure in the hydraulic ramp. Within seconds, that pressure climbs to 10 tons, pushing through logs that would be exhausting to split by hand. The steel frame gives it a sturdy feel, and the two-handed operation adds a layer of safety by keeping your hands clear while the ram does the work. Despite its strong output, the controls are simple and don't require much effort. The built-in wheels make it easy to pull around your yard or driveway, so you're not stuck splitting wood in one fixed spot. This splitter is great for homeowners who want real splitting force, but aren't interested in gas engines or extension cords. It's quiet, efficient, and far more powerful than its compact size suggests. Here's a tool that immediately appeals to anyone who wants splitting to feel safer and more controlled. The Blue Home Manual. Wood Splitter takes the stress out of making kindling by replacing swinging motions with a simple downward strike. The design is straightforward. Place your log inside the sturdy steel ring, hold it steady, and use the included mallet to drive it down. Your hands stay clear of the action, and the ring keeps even uneven logs from wobbling or tipping. Built from high-carbon steel with a rust-resistant finish, it has the kind of durability that holds up to regular use around a fireplace or backyard fire pit. What people appreciate most is how steady it feels. The base includes mounting holes so you can secure it to a stump or workbench, which keeps the splitter from shifting when you strike. It handles logs up to around 17 inches tall, making it useful for both small and medium pieces. For campers, cabin owners, or anyone who wants dependable, hassle-free kindling production, this tool delivers reliable performance without noise, fuel, or fuss. If you've ever wished your wedge could split a log in more than one direction at a time, this design will make immediate sense. The Otoolling Diamond-Direction log splitter is built around a four-way wedge shape that turns each strike into multiple clean splits. Instead of repositioning the wedge over and over, the diamond profile pushes the wood apart across several angles, which saves time and reduces effort. The pointed tip helps it drive into the center of the log, and the flared sides push outward with each strike. It works best on straight, medium-sized logs where the wedge can travel smoothly down the grain. Made from forged steel and coated for rust resistance, it's built for long-term use, whether you're splitting wood at home, on a farm, or at a campsite. This is a great choice for people who process wood in batches and want a compact, efficient splitting method without relying on a large machine. It keeps the process simple while delivering noticeably faster results than a traditional single-direction wedge. The JINHAN Firewood Kindling Splitter is a compact, easy-to-handle option designed for people who want consistent results without handling a full-size tool. The hook here is its simplicity. You place a small log or branch over the built-in blade, tap it with a mallet, and the splitter guides the wood downward into clean sections. There's no swinging overhead, no complicated setup, and no mechanical parts to maintain. Despite its smaller size, the steel construction gives it a solid, dependable feel. It's portable enough to bring to a campsite, yet sturdy enough to leave beside your fireplace or wood stove for everyday use. The compact shape also helps with storage, making it ideal for people with limited space. This splitter shines when you need kindling regularly, but don't want to wrestle with larger logs or deal with engine noise. It's especially handy for fire pits, patio heaters, and smaller indoor stoves, where uniform kindling makes lighting a fire easier. For occasional splitters and anyone who values safety and convenience, it's a straightforward and reliable tool that keeps the process quick and manageable. Here's a splitter made for people who want maximum safety without giving up efficiency. The hook is simple. This tool has no exposed blade, yet it still breaks down logs into clean kindling with surprisingly little effort. Instead of a sharp edge, it uses a thick, angled internal design that guides the wood downward as you strike it with a mallet. Your hands stay completely clear of danger, and the round top ring keeps the log steady, even if it isn't perfectly shaped. Built from heavy carbon steel, it feels solid and stable during use. The wide base can be bolted to a stump or work surface, making each hit more controlled. What makes this splitter stand out is how portable it is. Easy to carry, easy to store, and reliable anywhere you set it down. Whether you're preparing wood for a small stove, a fire pit, or a campsite, it takes away the stress of swinging an axe and replaces it with a much more predictable motion. For families, campers, or beginners, this is a safe, practical way to make kindling without fear of slips or misses. This splitter is designed for people who want their firewood setup to stay tidy and efficient. The hook here is the built-in storage base, something you don't usually find in a manual splitter. It gives you a place to keep smaller pieces, tools, or extra logs right under the splitter, which keeps everything organized and within reach. The main frame is made from thickened steel with a wide, stable top ring that holds the log securely while you strike it with a mallet. The protective design keeps your hands well out of the way, and the spacious ring means it can handle both narrow and moderately wide pieces of wood. The splitter's stability makes splitting feel more controlled, especially when you're working through several logs at once. It's a great choice for homeowners who split wood near a fire pit, deck, or backyard stove and want a station that stays neat instead of scattering pieces everywhere, lightweight enough to move wherever you need it, but sturdy enough for repeated use. It helps create kindling smoothly while keeping your work area clutter-free. If you want serious force without relying on engines, hydraulics, or electricity, the Logosol Smart Splitter is a standout option. The hook is its vertical, impact-driven design that produces up to 14 tons of splitting pressure using nothing more than body weight and leverage. It works differently from most manual splitters. You position the log on the base, raise the striking weight, and let it drop. The guided rod keeps everything aligned so the force lands in the exact same place each time. This design removes the unpredictability of swinging an axe and replaces it with a consistent, controlled motion. The height is adjustable, making it comfortable for different users, and because the impact weight travels along the guide, it's extremely safe to use. It handles everything from kindling pieces to tougher logs that smaller splitters struggle with. For people who process a lot of wood but don't want machinery noise or fuel costs, this is an efficient solution that takes far less physical strength than traditional methods. It's durable, quiet, and surprisingly powerful for a tool that's fully human-powered. This splitter is all about delivering strong impact force in a simple, rugged form. The hook is its plunger-style design, which lets you generate splitting power without lifting an axe or swinging overhead. You place the log under the striking cup, lift the weighted handle, and drive it down. The enclosed impact head keeps the force focused on the center of the wood, reducing the chance of glancing blows or uneven splits. Made from heavy-gauge steel, it feels dependable and built for rough jobs, especially when dealing with knotty or stubborn wood that smaller splitters can't handle. The long handle provides good leverage while reducing strain on your back and shoulders. It's a straightforward tool for people who want real splitting power but prefer to avoid fuel, motors, or hydraulic systems. If you heat your home with firewood or regularly prepare logs for a stove, this splitter brings the strength needed for tougher rounds while keeping the motion controlled and predictable. It's durable, uncomplicated, and dependable, exactly what many rural homeowners look for in a manual splitter. These manual log splitters offer safer, easier ways to prepare firewood without the strain of traditional methods. Choose the one that fits your routine and enjoy more efficient, controlled splitting every time.